Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to show you kind of overview of your Unity editor, like just to get accustomed with the layout and the game objects, the properties of the game objects, and accustomed with the Unity window. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is our initial project that we created in our last videos basically. Okay, so now as you can see, like whenever you open a blank project, I created this plane in my last videos I would say. Okay, so that you can feel that you are standing on a plane or a ground. Okay, so now these are called game objects, which are located in the hierarchy window. Okay, all of your game objects. So if you have a plane, if you have a cube, if you have a camera, so we already have a camera over here, we have a light, we have a global volume and all the stuff. So these things are called game object. Okay, so now let's say I want to create a 3D cube. So I right click over here, go to 3D object, click on cube, and then that will show up over here. Okay, and then the cube is showing up over here. So all these objects are called game objects in Unity. If I want to create a empty game object, it's over here, create empty. Okay, and then you see it's called game object. Okay, so now each game object has some properties. Okay, and the properties are showing up in the inspector window. So XR origin is our camera and our controllers, right? So if you expand that, so you can see we have camera and the left controller and right controller. Okay, so if you click on that, this XR origin has these properties. The camera has these properties. The left controller and right controller has all these properties. Now if you like not expand those options, you see the controllers have all these properties. Okay, if you change from this game object to the plane, or let's say the cube, you see they have mesh renderer property, collider, mesh filter, and all those components. Okay, now so as you can understand that each game object has different type of properties, and we can add different type of properties to the game object by adding components with it. Let's say I want to add some rigid body. We will talk about what is rigid body later on, but I want to, let's say, add a rigid body. So now you can add more properties to a game object. Okay, so by default it gives some properties, that is mesh renderer, collider, and all those stuff. You can also add some other components to it also. Okay, so let's delete the cube. I do not need that for now. Let's think about the empty game object that we created earlier. Okay, this is the basic game object in Unity that is like that has no other property except the transform component. Okay, each particular game object has to have this particular transform component. So you can see XR origin has a transform, camera offset has a transform, main camera, left controller, right controller, and light, and all components in Unity has to have this transform component. What is this? So the transform component has the position, so where this particular game object is located in 3D space, how much rotation is there, okay, and what is the scale of it. Okay, so now this particular game object is located at this particular position on x-axis, on y-axis, on z-axis. Let's make it to 0 0 0. So make it reset, so that will come just like over here. Okay, if you want to change the position, either you can give your value in this particular window as you can want, or you can just simply click on this icon and then you can just simply drag and drop the arrows to manipulate the position of this particular game object. The green arrow shows the y direction, the blue arrow shows the z direction, the red arrow shows the x direction. Okay, I am putting them back again, reset. Okay, if you want to change the rotation of the game object, similarly you can just simply put it, let's say 30. So that means I rotated the game object by 30 degrees on x-axis. You want to rotate it on y-axis also, you can change it to 30. So that means it's changed by 30 degrees on the y-axis, and z, let's say 30, so it changes on z-axis by 30 degrees. Okay, so you can change the values in this way, or you can click on this particular icon and then you can just simply manipulate like how you want to change the rotation values. Okay, so the red one is on x-axis, okay, the green one is on y-axis, and the blue one is on z-axis. Okay, let's reset it. Okay, and then finally the scale. Scale is how much bigger or smaller the game object is. Now for an empty game object, scale does not matter because you cannot see how much big or small that element is. But to understand scale, let's make a 3D cube. Okay, so now as you can see, the 3D cube is generated as like very far away from the center. So let's reset it and then it will come over here. Let's make it a little bit upward so that we can see the entire cube. Okay, now you can see the scale of the cube is 111. So what does that mean? So in Unity, the distances are measured in meters. Okay, the rotations in this particular area is the metric system is degree, the position and the scale are measured in meters. So that means the length, height and width of the cube is 1. So that's why 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. Now let's say I want to make it shorter. So let's say by 0.5. So now you can see the shape of the cube is changing on the x-axis. I want to change it on the y-axis too and on z-axis too. So now I change the shape of the cube by 0.5 on every axis. Okay. Now similarly, you can also use this particular tool here, and then you can just move it whatever shape you want. Okay, and like if you rotate it here, yes, you can just change the shape of the cube. Okay, there is also this particular tool, and then you can rotate it in this way in both direction. Okay, whatever you want. So either this particular tool or this tool. Okay, based on your workflow, you can choose either this tool or this tool to change the shape of the cube or any other game object. Okay, now you may have a question like how to like rotate in the scene. Okay, so how am I doing that? I click on right click on the scene, and as you can see, like whenever you click on right click, the mouse pointer changes. So by default, the mouse pointer is like the normal mouse pointer, but if you click on right click, as I am clicking on right now, you see a kind of like a eye option. Okay, now if you are a gamer, and I am assuming that you are a gamer, okay, so you are very familiar with the WASD options, right? So W means go forward, so I am holding the right click. Okay, then if I pressed on W, it is going forward. If I press on S, it is going backwards. If I press A, it's moved to the left. If I press on D, it goes to the right. Okay, now if I want to go downwards, so press Q to go downwards, and if I go upwards, press E to go upwards. So W, A, S, D, Q, E. Okay, and every single button you have to press while you hold the right click, or you can also like hold your right click and move your like mouse pointer as you want to change. Okay, anyway you can manipulate the scene in that way. Now also another way you can manipulate the scene. So for example, let's say you have a very big environment and you want to see a very tiny object very closely. So let's say I have clicked on this cube, so that means I want to see this particular object in my huge scene. So either you can just zoom in. So zoom means like normal, you just rotate your middle scroll wheel on your computer and then zoom in, and then you can see the object very closely. Or you can do one thing. Let's say I am zooming out far away, and if I click on cube and if you press F, it will automatically zoom in to the particular object. Okay, so if I click on game object, let's say, and I zoom out very far away, I click on game object and I press F, so that means the game object is over here. Okay, fine. Now you can definitely change the name of the game objects. How can you do that? You click on it and then you can change the name of the game object. So let's say empty. I just give a name called empty. Okay, either you click on this way and then change the name, or you can right click on it and then you see there is a rename option. You can also duplicate the game object. You can delete the game object as you want to do. Okay, fine. Now another thing is, as I have told you earlier, that whenever there is a star sign on the scene window, so that means your scene is not saved. Scene means this particular area is called scene. Okay, the scene is not saved. So if you are on Mac, just press Command and S to save the scene, and you can see that the star is vanished. So that means your scene is saved. So if you are on Mac, just Command and S. If you are on Windows, you press Control and S. Okay, on your keyboard. Or you can simply save the scene by going to File and then Save the scene. Okay. Now, another thing is a very crucial thing is that this particular layout of Unity is fine whenever you are getting started with your VR development. Okay. But eventually, when you will start to build your game, and we are going to start it from our next video, you can find that it can be problematic to develop in this particular way. So you see the hierarchy. Definitely you just create a game object over here. You can see the game object in the scene. You change the property of the game object over here. But where is the game window? Like how the people will see this particular object in the game? That is over here. Okay. Now the game window is very, very different than the scene window, right? So in the scene window, we can see like how the game object looks like from our point of view, but you do not know how the game object will look like from the VR view or from the user's point of view, right? So that is inside the game window. And now you can see the camera is located over here and the cube is located on the side, which we do not want, right? That looks bad. So now based on that, we can like put it like somewhere here, and then let's say, okay, that looks good. Okay, fine. The problem is you have to every time switch between scene window and game window, scene window and game window. Is it good? I think it's not that good. Okay. If you also feel so, then you can change the layout from here. Okay, so if you click on the layout or drop down, you click over here, the default layout is this, what we are seeing right now. There are multiple layouts called 4 split or 2x3 or whatever. Okay, tall or wide. There are multiple layouts, and as you can see, all the layouts are changing accordingly based on whatever the values are. Okay, what I want to do, what I specifically like is go with 2x3. Why? Because in this 2x3 window, you can see the scene on the top. You can also see the game on the bottom. So now if you want to drag and drop the cube, now you can see, oh, I can see the game window basically in real time. Okay, so you can just manipulate the cube and then you can put it, oh, this particular place does look good from the user's point of view, right? Okay, but also at the same time, you see the project window that was before like down here has gone to the right hand side, and it is kind of messy over here, right? So you can do one thing here is like you click on this 3 dot here, and instead of using 2 column layout, click on 1 column layout, and that's where you just see the assets, and then you can just simply expand the samples and all those stuff, and then you can see all the objects that you used to see down here. Okay, so that's how you can make sure it looks good. Okay, also if you do not want the project window to be shown over here, either you can take it out and make it as a separate window, or you can put it somewhere else like bottom over here. So you see the hierarchy window over here, you see the project window over here, the inspector window over here, the scene and the game. Okay, now I also like to add the package manager in my scene. How to add that? Go to window, and then this is the package manager. Okay, so package manager by default opens in a new window, but oftentimes we really require the package manager to download some packages. So instead of always going to window and then package manager, what we can do is like we can just simply hold the package manager over here and put it just like over here. Okay, so it will be in our editor. So we will work in scene window. If we need to go to the package manager, we just simply go to the next tab and then we download the packages from here. Okay, another thing is kind of very required, based on obviously based on your game, whatever you are developing, is the animation. Okay, so you go to window and then there is a tab called animation, and then there is an option called animator. Okay, so this is the animator window, and I like to keep it over here so that all of our animations I can easily access instead of going to window, animation and animator. Okay, the last thing that is very essential while you develop the game is the console window. So last time you see in the default window in Unity, the console window is like over here, just beside the project window there was a console window. So if you want to get that console window, go to window and general, and then here is the console. Okay, what is particularly this? So right now you may not understand the requiredness of console window, but it is really essential while you develop your game. Okay, so if you have some error while writing some script or code, or if you have some error on your mesh or materials, that will show up over here. It will tell you like, okay, there is a particular line in your script that is creating some problem, so you will see the error over here. If you have some warnings, that will also show up. So make sure these three options, by default obviously these three options are clicked. How do you know that this is clicked? So if you see the color of these options are changing to a lighter color, so that means your these options are not clicked. If you click on that, you see the color is changed to a lighter color, and even if you hover your mouse pointer on top of that these options, the color is not changing. So that means these options are clicked. Again, if you hover on this option, you see that the color is changing to a lighter color, so that means it is not clicked. I am going to click it. Same thing for this one. This particular option is the error messages. Okay, this is for warning messages, and this is for like normal messages. If you get this bubble kind of message, you will feel like, okay, it is fine. But if you see the error messages, that means there are problems in your game. Okay, and that will show up in the console window. So that's why we really need the console window along with the game and scene window. So we are going to put it like over here so that we can understand if there are any errors associated with our game or not. Okay, so we see the game window over here. We will see that if there is no error, and then if the game looks good, then we can simply build the game to the headset. Okay, now if you want to save this layout, like if you want to use this particular layout to other computers also, what you can do is you just click on this layout and then you just save the layout to file. Okay, you can click on that and then you just give a name to the layout to your computer, and then once you save that, that will save this particular layout. So I can show you mine. So I have saved my layout in my folder. So this is my layout. Okay, so I am using that particular layout over here. Okay, so now we are done with layouts, and then I also want to show you some other interesting options. Like, let's say we have a cube and then we want to change the color of the cube. Okay, so I already showed you how to rotate, how to move the cube front, or like move the position of the cubes, kind of like that. Rotate the cube, change the scale of the cube. Now if I want to change the color of the cube, how can I do that? Okay, so those things can be done using materials. So I go to assets, right click over it, go to create, and then over here I click on folder. Okay, and that folder called materials. Okay, and then inside materials I again right click on it, I go to create and then click on material. Okay, so now you see this like circle with a blue something inside it. So this material will have all the colors and how much material, like all the properties related to color and all the materials. So now I want to give a name to the material. Let's say cube material. Okay, fine. And then I want to change the color to whatever, like orange or something. I like kind of like that. Okay, now but still I created the material, but it is not assigned to the cube. How to assign it? I just simply drag and drop the cube material onto the cube, and then I can see the color. Okay, now this is like just a simple color. I change the color to here, to a orange color. You can definitely change the color to more shiny, like as you can see I am changing it to a little bit more shiny color. You can change the smoothness of it, so then you can see like it is kind of reflecting the objects around it. Okay, and if you have normal maps, you can add the normal maps. If you have height maps and all those stuff, you can do that. Okay, you can change the properties of the cube material from here. Also you can change the properties of the material from here also. So once you add the cube material to the cube, you see the material is already added to the cube, and then from here also you can like manipulate the same options that you were manipulating from here. Okay, that is just a little bit convenient that Unity provides us. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video. So I hope to see you guys in my next videos. Bye.